and now listening to the Fearfishing Webcast. Scott, why are you running any pants? Fish should repeat. How do you plan on changing the future of fishing? That is a world-class thought and a world-class attitude you have there. So sit back, listen, and be opinionated on the future of fishing in the outdoors. This is the Fearfishing Webcast.
Hello everybody out there in Facebook land and all the other ways that you guys are listening to this. What's going on? I'm so glad you joined us. Mark Hunter in the house. How's it going, man?
Whoop! I'm doing well, very well.
You're doing good? Enjoying yourself?
I am. Just got off another stellar weekend.
It was a good weekend. Almost all the weekend was good news. We're going to talk about the downside of the weekend.
Every weekend's good.
Every weekend's good. I will agree with that. Around the horn, we have a special guest tonight in the studio, Andrew Mercer. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Where are you from?
Port Hope.
Port Hope? Living the dream?
Oh yeah, always.
You're here to fill in for Mr. McCall, who's on the road. Where is he?
He is in tearing up Niagara Falls.
Tearing up Niagara Falls.
Canada
Is
side.
that where
You
he
can
calls
probably
him?
hear him on the U.S. side too, eh?
He was having a lot of fun on the phone when we talked to him.
He went with 58 of his good buddies and gone golfing.
Golfing.
Oh, golfing.
I wish I had
I can't even
58
say that with a
friends.
straight face.
Golfing.
Golfing.
Who golfs? 58 guys who don't fish.
Yeah, I can't catch a fish.
On the couch, Mars Bar. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Awesome, man. Where are you from?
Originally from Port Hope,
Nice.
but recently moved north of Coburg.
Good. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Are you having fun?
I am. Yeah.
Mercer, did you get your beer open?
Oh yeah.
Good. It's glad to have another guy who drinks beer in the house. And behind the camera tonight, because Scott Wallen's at home, he's probably watching though.
Most
Hey,
likely.
Scotty.
Amber, say hello. You should move that in front of you.
Hello.
There you go. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I feel really short
Awesome.
back here.
You are a little short back there.
You are.
Pull the lever on the chair. I moved it down because I'm
Woo.
ultra tall.
Hello.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Good to see you. Where do you guys want to start?
Did we leave our beer at the camp?
No, we're drinking it right now.
Okay.
The ones in the box. I think we left.
That
the
was your
cooler-
big concern?
I think we left. I believe we left the cooler bag at the camp.
Which
I left a pair of shoes at the camp.
Did you? Which
I
ones?
left
Which ones?
my Sperry's.
No way.
Yeah, I left the bear at the camp.
Not your new Sperry's
I
from the
left,
fishing show.
I left something else at the camp too.
Well, I'm sure they'll mail it to us. We'll be going fall bear hunting.
Oh yeah, my thermosol, my brand new
Did you
thermosol.
really?
I left it in the middle of the
We're going to
woods.
talk about the thermosol too. We didn't have that on the board, but should we start with the article?
Oh, hold on.
What's that?
Michaela says you guys most definitely left beer and shoes.
Woo! We want all that. We'll get them back. So let's get things started. Today, an article came out, hit the web. I got tagged in it about 1 billion times about fishing bass early in the season. I read the article. I glanced over the article. My ADHD let me read about 70% of the article. I tuned a lot out. I'm going to talk a lot of shit here about my side of things. You guys read the article.
I quickly scanned the article like 5 minutes ago.
Andrew,
Yeah, I read it.
you're good. Marley,
Read it.
let's go. First the thoughts, opening thoughts. Who wants to start?
I think the study is kind of tainted. First off, I am not a biologist. I want to put that out there. I did take an environmental science class in high school. I was pretty good at it.
That makes you
Yeah, so I'm an authority here. I'm not, I don't have a certificate, but I would definitely get a participation ribbon anyways.
Here we go. I think the article's true. Some of it. I think definitely when you pull a bass off a bed, that bluegill or gobies will eat some of the eggs.
Yes.
Absolutely true. Now, I think there's a lot of things about the article that are true right. 22 years of study, and those are the numbers. The numbers seem high. First off, the article feels like it's being pitched to me.
And I think
Preached
the
upon.
article, the study was done in a pond,
Not very big.
not a lake.
Not a lake.
Yeah,
No.
150 acres.
Certainly not a lake with a ton of pressure on it.
No.
Keep going.
Okay, 4 kilometers of shoreline, so it's a very, very small lake. We would call that a pond, I think.
Yes. 2
2
guys in a boat.
2 guys in a boat, 4 boats,
Unpressured lake. Bass on beds.
bass on beds. They said they caught 12. Each boat caught 12, I guess, was their limit in 1 hour.
12 bass per boat.
Okay.
So that's damn good fishing, guys. Congrats for that, anyways.
So, Obviously, this study is
All
being-
within around an hour.
yeah, they said about an hour.
Hours
Took
fishing.
12 each to get an hour. That's like one every 5 minutes.
that for sure.
It's a good lake.
It's a good pond.
Very good pond.
It's certainly a good pond. How big for the people at home looking? How big would you say this pond lake is?
If anybody knows our area at all, Musselman's Lake is about just under 120 acres. So it's it's like maybe 20% bigger than Musselman Lake, which we all know is quite a very small.
Bigger or smaller than Beardsley Bay?
About the same size.
About the same size. If
I
we
would
cut
say-
it off at Long Island,
No, not even Long Island.
The point.
Yeah, the point.
the first point.
First point. Draw a line from there across the other point.
So like from the point to the island, the house on the island, where we caught the crappie,
Point to point.
right there. It's a pond.
Yeah.
People own ponds bigger than this. This study has obviously been done in northern Ontario where there's not a huge population of people.
Mhm.
And to mention the bass season is open all year. I believe
Yes,
there's a full season.
there is. Yeah.
So we've been enjoying,
North of us, it's open. South of us, it's open.
so the area this was done in, the people have been enjoying spring fishing for bass for 22 years also.
Yeah.
And maybe using it to their advantage to film TV shows, etc. on these bodies of water. Popular, maybe the inside of fishing kind of TV shows. Just throw names out there.
Yeah.
Ice fishing for smallmouth, stuff like that. So somebody has written a report that I feel it's preachy, low preachy. What do you guys think about that?
A little pitchy.
Low pitchy. Like we're selling something old school.
A sham
This is kind of, I
Wow.
Leave Vince out of this.
I kind of feel like,
I was just gonna say that.
That was coming.
it's certainly written, in my opinion, as an older generation speaking in I know better because I'm older. Would anybody agree? Do you like
I
I
would
get
agree
like
with that. No.
you no?
No.
That's how I feel. Every time I read something like this, I feel like this is the way it's always been. This is the way we do it, and they're speaking directly to our area. Would you agree? They're not.
I would think so, yes.
They're speaking to our
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
Lots of comments in the thing about uneducated people who
And
want to
and it's written by an absolute powerhouse.
For sure, absolutely. I respect that man very, very much. We have
Same.
him on the podcast. Excellent, informative. It's just that piece is written, so we get to say our piece about what we think. Would you agree?
Yes.
Let's rock. What else? What do you guys think? You think there should be bass spring? Let's just round the room. Who thinks that you should be able to spring bass fish in Ontario here? Rice Lake, for example. Lake Scugog, Big Quinny, Big Rideau. Think you should be able to fish?
I do.
Catch and release season only.
Catch and release
Yes,
season only.
catch and release only. Yes.
Mercer, you're shaking your head.
I like it the way it is.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna stand by this.
I am.
Wow.
The pressure these lakes would receive from people fishing,
All right.
either to
I-
meet or catch and release, like
I will contain. I will say that that's a valid point. There would be pressure. Do I think that if they open the bass season early, that 1 million people would jump on board and be like, "Yeehaw"? No.
The weather's not that great.
Nope.
There's a lot of fair weather fishermen out there.
That's right.
I
I think there's.
very
A,
true. Yeah.
I think
I
that.
don't think it's going to take a big a hit as they think it will. I've bed fished before.
Oh, we're all gonna bed fish in 2
Yeah.
weeks here in Ontario.
Yeah, we are.
Let's not kid ourselves. In 2 weeks, when the season opens here,
Down in Texas.
down in Texas.
Down in Texas, we bed fish.
Absolutely.
Did I
You-
feel
did you
in
catch?
any way that any of those fish that I caught off the bed were threatened or their nest was threatened? Absolutely not.
Did you catch 60% of the bass that you saw?
Nope. We didn't catch. 6%.
I hope not because
We didn't catch 6% of
It's
the
not a
bass we
numbers
saw.
lake.
No, it's not. We didn't catch 6%. We saw hundreds of fish on beds.
Yeah.
Heavily pressured, more heavily pressured. Let's say you took Lake Fork and dropped it in Ontario. It would have more pressure than all the lakes in Canada combined.
Yes.
Agreed?
Yes.
Now, we did see a ton of fish. We did see a ton of fish leave their beds. We will agree that the climate in the south is warmer than Ontario.
Yes, it is.
We would also agree that there's probably more predator fish that would eat beds in Lake Fork than there is on Rice Lake.
Correct.
There would be, way more bluegill, way more crappie, way more carp, way more buffalo head, way more everything.
Gar.
Lots
Lots of them.
way more everything. So we're going to say that if this article is true, and when you pull a fish off the bed in, let's say, Lake Fork, that there would be way more species to potentially run up and eat all those bass fry.
I would agree.
You would agree.
Yes.
Okay, so we're at that point. Now, here's my argument. I'll bet you in Ontario, since we have so little conservation officers, there's at least every lake in Ontario's got 2 guys right now fishing bass on it. Who would like to argue that? I'm willing to bet that somebody who fishes the tournament circuit in Ontario is out flipping bass right now in their 21-foot bass boat, potentially with a sponsored wrap on it.
Well, it's a little late in the afternoon right now.
I missed the bite.
In the past, Marley, we have seen tournament guys we fish against fishing bass on opening weekend at Muskie.
I saw something that seemed a little suspicious to me.
You saw something a little suspicious.
I don't know what they're doing, but when you're pitching a jig or something, I don't think they're catching crappie
Well, if they were big crappie. It was a very popular lake.
or muskie.
And
Was this weekend?
No, this is a while ago. But I've seen it more than once, and it's not always bass boats, but I've seen it more than once, and I have noticed that every time that we roll by with cameras, filming the fear fishing anything, that usually there's 2 heads that turn, and then there's a boat that leaves that area.
Really, eh?
Yes, and in the past, one person did come and say, I'm really sorry, I fucked up. Man, do you think you could not share that video?
Really?
At a tournament. Really
Wow.
sorry.
Wow.
So, I would say that there's people already bass fishing here in Ontario in Zone 17.
There
Now-
could very well be.
Let's say that you're pike fishing in one of these beautiful pike lakes we have. You're casting spinner bait, 8 feet of water. You catch a bass. Do you think that bass never got a chance to spawn?
No.
Do you think 60%? Was that the number? 60% of it?
66% or something like that? Yeah.
So, who has caught fish during opening day that were on beds? Everybody?
Probably everybody.
Do you think that none of those fish got to spawn? We didn't get rear any hatchlings from those fish after the opener?
No.
The Saturday, we nuked the whole population of bass right there. That Saturday morning, everybody got out there and just bluegill like a Chinese buffet.
I think our seasons are so up and down and changing times and stuff like that. It's really hard to say that by the second June or Saturday in June it's open. It's good. It's safe. It's going.
So potentially, we should just close bass fishing altogether till August
No,
and make
we
sure
should
everybody.
Open it.
We should open it. Now, this works in the States. Would you agree that the state of New York, Michigan, Minnesota, all those lovely states, Vermont, Lake Champlain, they would see more pressure than we would?
Absolutely.
New Jersey? Brian Stockwell, if you're watching, please comment on to how many bass fish you may have in the state of New Jersey, how many lakes you have, how we could spread anglers out here. I think it's just an old school mentality. I think that's all. It's just one of those Canadian things that it's always been this way and it's always going to be that way.
Yeah.
And I will be the first to say that I would never ever break the law. And as long as it's open on the 3rd week of June, that'll be the day I bass fish. Never ever would I go fishing early, as long as the law is this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I good article. I did enjoy reading it, what I skimmed over, but I don't think that that's the holy grail now. That's not the Bible of bass fishing. Like, here's the rules. Here we go. Done. Except if you live up north on, let's say, Lake of the Woods, then you can bass fish whenever you want.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I know I've never been to Lake of the Woods. Maybe people don't even bass fish there because they're spawning. They're just morally, ethically better than the rest of the country, and they just don't do
I
it.
highly doubt that.
Now, the other thing is, I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody who lives on Lake of the Woods can tell us that if anybody's bass fishing this time of year, or any of the other lakes up there. I know it's open around Sudbury too.
It is. I went up to Galganda, I think
Yeah.
it's called. It was open there, just like near New Lisker.
So did you feel guilty about it?
It was August when I went, so I didn't feel guilty at all.
Yeah, you have never gone like early bass fishing? I've never
I
been.
have not. But I know it's open all year.
Now, if this was true, and let's say the gobies were eating all the bass fry and all the eggs, nuking them, sunfish, perch, that would mean that the north shore of Lake Erie, or east shore I guess it would be, would have no fish. Have no fish. And then the American, well, it would have fish. The American side, when you crash that imaginary red line, would have no fish because it has catch and release season. True? False? Think there's fish in America on the Erie side?
Not anymore.
I have a comment.
Speed her up, honey.
Zach Wynn says they run bass tournaments in early May in New Brunswick, and our population is fine. They just don't run tournaments during the spawn period.
Makes sense to me. I would even
Makes
be
complete
happy.
sense.
Listen. I will do this. It says that it takes about a 5-week cycle. I could live with pre-spawn bass, close the season for 5 weeks before the opening of fishing. I could live with that as a start. And then all of a sudden, if we had 0 fish in the lake, whoa, go back to the old way. I was wrong.
But how do you know when the 5 weeks should happen? Like,
How do we
You
know?
can't do that by calendar.
no,
You can't.
can't.
It's impossible.
You can't.
But 5 weeks before bass season, what's that put you? May?
Beginning of May.
April would be great for
April.
bass fishing. Yeah, April. I get 3 weeks out of it.
So you're getting like 3
Really
weeks.
warm,
Yeah.
really warm here. Remember the year we fished March break on our t-shirts in my bass boat?
Yeah.
We'd get 2 months of bass fishing.
I don't
Now,
remember-
here's
I don't
another
remember
thing.
catching much bass though then.
Oh, but they were because we weren't bass fishing, man. We would have got bass though.
I don't remember seeing them. When
I totally think we could have caught fish. I totally think I think the first round, like the ice came out, the fish hit the beds, it'd be awesome for one day, and then I think those bass wouldn't bite as much.
They were tough. Hey, down to 4?
Impossible.
Yeah. Really tough.
Little ones are all right.
So I think maybe they might just get a little bit smarter, so we'd be helping the bass population.
Now I did bring this up, and you two can laugh all you want, but maybe genetically we've created a whole bunch of bass that are really stupid. Now let's say I'm a mama bear, and I build a den, and I have 2 cubs, and I crawl in my den, and it's at the bottom of a mountain. And in the spring, all the snow melts, and my den gets flooded, and we all drown. By the law of the universe, that stupid bear doesn't get to have babies. Now, let's say I'm a largemouth bass. I've never been fished before. I have all the time in the world to guard my bed. I swim up onto a sand patch on Rice Lake, and there's 2,000 bluegill around, and I go, nobody's going to catch me? I can build my nest right here. Now, let's say somebody comes along, picks that bass off, and it doesn't get to have babies. That means that all the bass that pick really good spawning areas, genetically we're smarter, and evolution will take place, and we'll have better bass. Agree?
Maybe we'll have a population of
Yeah.
bass that are too smart and too hard to catch.
That's possible.
Yeah.
But listen, let's talk about what you were talking about before, Lake Ontario. We fish spawning bass out there. We
Yep.
fish tournaments of spawning bass out there. Where are the big smallmouth bass?
Deep enough that you can't really see them.
Where are the little tiny 3 and 4 pounders?
Way up shallow.
Where you can see them, where they get picked off. Do you think there's more bass today in Lake Ontario in the Kingston area, or 20 years ago?
I didn't fish it 20 years ago.
I don't think
It's hard
anybody
to
did.
say.
I don't really think a lot of people.
I got a
fish
weird thing
20
about that because the whole what they eat totally changed. In the last 20
Absolutely.
years.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they could have had a huge population years ago, but they were always suspended chasing bait.
Well,
I think
okay.
the gobies have got them locked down.
I think the gobies that help smallmouth bass.
Oh, for
Mhm.
sure. I think they got easier to catch because of them.
yeah, size-wise, they've gone way up.
For sure.
Absolutely.
It's like you look at Lake Erie, some of the results over the past 15 years.
Getting bigger
Like,
fish.
like you're not even cashing a check with 20 pounds on Erie.
Now let's
Simcoe.
Or
Let's,
Simcoe,
well, okay,
yeah.
let's talk more about like Simcoe. They hold a tournament there every year, and it's always spawning smallmouth bass.
Yes.
Basically, pick them off their beds. You can ever pick the 5 biggest ones off the beds.
Win.
Is there any smallmouth in Lake Simcoe?
Oh.
No. Whoa!
Do bear
There's
shit in the
tons.
woods?
Big ones.
And they've been picked off their beds there during the spawn. Before they've hatched, because the big females are the ones that get caught and get picked off their bed. Would you agree there's smallmouth on Lake Simcoe?
Absolutely.
Do you think that if we opened the season 2 weeks earlier, that we'd have less bass next year? Or in 3 years, 4 years, whatever it's going to take?
Don't know, but I wouldn't think so.
You think it'd just probably be the same
Yeah,
amount?
yeah.
There's a good chance on Lake Simcoe that maybe they're not even spawning yet.
I don't know.
Water's probably pretty cold. Water's cold on Rice Lake,
No, I think there's some on this. I saw something on Facebook.
so they're
I
just
think John
starting.
White had pictures of just
I don't
starting.
know. I don't want to take up the whole podcast. I think there's just a much bigger conversation to be had than one article. It's not the holy grail of why we should or shouldn't bass fish in Ontario early.
I'll agree with that too.
There should be more discussion, more scientists. We need more than a 22-year study on one little tiny pond.
Just think if you open bass early, the walleye population will go up as well.
I don't even think here's my honest to God belief. If you open bass early, I'll bet you all those guys eating walleye wouldn't go to the shoreline to catch them. They'd be right out there catching walleye.
Mhm.
We fish, small rainbow trout. Rainbow trout run the river in Port Hope any day. Everybody travels through the river. catches fish with treble hooks off the bed.
Off the beds.
Brown trout go in there, eat all the eggs, and that's totally fine.
Float rafts down it.
Float rafts down it, no big deal. Walleye. Let's not even, there's a lot of walleye that go up the rivers. And let's say that, I'm going to get in so much trouble for this one. I've gone down a road here that I didn't think about going down. So let's say, a whole bunch of spawning great big walleye run up a river and a whole bunch of spears go through those walleye, they don't get a chance to spawn. There's still walleye in those lakes that they're doing this on.
Sure there is.
Lots of walleye.
Tons.
Potentially more walleye than there was a few years ago. I just see this here, like it's panic effect. Remember on the Bay of Quinte 20-something years ago, and all of a sudden zebra mussels showed up, and everybody was like, "It's the end of the walleye. There'll never be a walleye. The water got too clear." There's lots of goddamn walleye there,
Big ones.
right? How do we know that opening the bass season won't help bass fishing? We don't know. We've never opened. We potentially could be, stopping, something that's good for fishing. Gobies are great for smallmouth bass.
Mm-hmm.
For all we know, Asian carp could come here and largemouth bass could suck them up, and we could have 9-pounders. For all we know, we won't get here.
I think that's stretching it a bit.
Anyway, I'm sure we'll hear lots about this topic. Let's move on to. Let's go on to the weekend bear hunting. Woo! Hardwoods and Swamps had it up there. Marley, you went bear hunting for the second time.
And probably the last time.
You'll go like that.
Oh,
Don't be
yeah.
silly.
You'll go.
I need a slight bit of mental entertainment each day, and staring at the same tree for 5 hours is not doing it for me.
There's lots of trees out there to look
I
at.
know.
Look at the chipmunks. Look at the blue jays.
We had a raccoon come in. I think that
That was the most exciting thing I've seen on TV.
This is fair.
Yeah. Well, the first one wasn't fair.
Let's
You can't count that one, buddy.
this is going to bring into our next topic, but let's talk about the bear hunt. I love going hunting. Man, I really just like sitting out there. I could spend, all the time in the world sitting out there watching trees. I really enjoy it with all the hustle and bustle of the earth.
On your phone.
On my phone. I like my phone.
The
I like
truth
friendship.
comes out now.
I talk on the phone a lot. I do send a lot of text messages. I watch a lot of videos without any sound. I really like being out there.
Maybe you should be watching the woods.
Well, you know what?
Or is that what Marley?
I had a nap.
Yours his eyes.
He slept. You know
You
what?
slept?
I'm a little more focused during the deer season, but when you have like a bait pile and potentially 150 to 500 pound bears showing up, you can probably take your eyes off the bait for a couple seconds. You'll probably see him when he rolls in. We had a great time. Mark, talk about your experience.
Highs and lows, eh?
Highs and lows. We're gonna get
Highs
to
and
that.
lows. Okay, so it was a high to start.
It was. We thought for sure we were seeing bears.
We saw all kinds of pictures that were posted from the camps and
Probably
videos and
The
stuff.
weather was good.
The weather was
The
good.
weather was going to be good that night.
We were probably too excited on the way up. This is I kind of feel like being excited on the way hunting is like having a really good pre-fish right now.
I was pretty excited on the way.
See?
Yeah. So Ian messaged me and says, "Can Marley come?" I said, "Sure." So that means I never really thought about that. Okay, that means I'm walking into the woods where there's bears by myself, and I did.
And what'd you think?
I loved it.
It's good, eh?
Yeah. I thought I was going to be nervous and stuff, but no,
See, I
was
can
good.
do that now, because the chance of seeing a bear is pretty slim.
I'm guessing last fall when we went, we pushed those bears out.
Yep, for sure.
We pushed bears off that bait, and then they came back in within like 15, 20
For
minutes.
sure.
So anyways, I sat, and I watched, and I listened, and I finally saw a bear come in. Right after texting you, eh?
Yep,
You got
for sure.
any bears? I said, no, yep. Just changed just like that. And a bear came in. About 20 minutes or so I watched him, and he came right beside me too. He came within probably 10 yards of me.
Yep.
Then walked back up, hit the bait, took all the logs out of the barrel, and started going at it.
Yep.
So I waited and I waited. I wasn't sure if I should shoot it or not, so I messaged Darlene at the Hardwoods and Swamps and said, "What do you think?"
Owner of the
Owner of the thing. Yeah. I was texting you too.
Yep.
And they said shoot it. So I waited for it a broadside, and I shot it. And I hit it. And then I tracked it for 6 hours.
tractor for 6 hours. And
6
never
hours.
found the bear.
And never. In the pouring rain, too.
Anybody who wants to see, there's actually footage of all this on today's vlog.
There is. On
So
today's
you
vlog.
guys can all see it too. How did it make you feel? Did you?
I felt awful.
Yeah?
Yeah. Knowing that I hit an animal and I didn't get to recover it.
Yep.
Not because I was hungry and I wanted the meat, but because I was feeling for that bear.
I when I got home, I that night I felt bad for both of you.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like, it's part of the whole thing. Nobody's,
It's like up, down.
for
You
sure.
want to
Yeah.
talk about the small critical error that happened as well
Which on
with the timing,
which timing?
hunting time?
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
My
We'll talk about
my app failed me. I read the app wrong. It told me that shooting hours were over at 9. It really, they were over at 9:26. 8:56 and 9:26. So Marty and I actually got out of the stand and I checked the app again and then we climbed back in.
Yeah.
You had more time than, but it was.
But I had that broadside.
it was gonna be
the
that
shot
shot.
was there.
It was gonna be that shot anyway.
Yeah. That shot was there. I waited for it and waited for it and waited for it. I think 20 minutes.
Now we've watched the video and you hit the bear probably in the back leg and the thigh.
Around
That
that area. Yeah.
It bled pretty good, but it went a long way.
Yeah.
And you guys tracked it all the way to a bog, and then it went into the water.
It laid down. It
Yep.
laid down at the side of the bog, and then what Mike's thinking is that it just clotted up. And then he went on his way. There was no more blood. We spent 3 hours basically in just that one bog area where we lost the blood, just to find this thing. We zigzagged like everywhere. We could not find any signs of this bear.
So hopefully in the fall, when they start baiting again, we're going to see a bear with a limp, and he's going to bait it.
Yeah, I'll recognize it because if you look at its left side, I don't know if the hair is missing from there because it's been scratching, or
Yeah.
it's just a lighter color.
The bugs are horrendous.
Yeah. Oh
Those
man.
bugs are ruthless.
Unreal, eh?
You have no
Ruthless.
idea. We went. I guess the bear laid down at one point, and it made a pretty big pool of blood. So we had to go past that through because it must have got up and kept going. And the mosquitoes around that blood, dude, I'm telling you, you've never seen mosquitoes before in your life until you've seen that.
Oh.
It was like a just. I don't know. It was like looking through a frosted window.
Wow.
There was so many.
Really?
Now
It was incredible.
we took thermocells. They work.
They work.
They work unbelievably well.
But I don't trust the clips.
I never used the clip.
Oh,
We
don't.
we put it right behind. we put them right behind our heads. We had ours shut off for some reason, and you could tell the second it shut off, they were millions on
Yep.
us. Like we knew the thermostat was off. Turn it back on, and then it was probably like it wasn't the bugs were all gone. It was probably like sitting out on your back deck in town and mosquito here, mosquito there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it worked good. Certainly worth $30.
Yeah. I got to go spend another $30 because
You
mine's
left
in the
yours
middle of the bush somewhere where it's tracking the deer. I don't know why I put it on to track, but
Now on the way home
I did.
from
Hold on.
Hardwoods and Swaps. Okay, go ahead.
Rob Jackson says that you're the best conservationist hunter I know. He never kills a thing.
Who me?
Yeah.
I told We're running a catch and release season here right now.
yeah.
Just like the
Watch and release.
We watch them. We fire at least over their backs.
Yeah.
Fire behind turkeys, and then we just put another 30 days into it. No big deal. Jesus, way to bring that up, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
No, we were talking on the way home from Hardwoods and Swamps. We were talking about how
We
got
should thank them very much.
We had an excellent time, and the
Yeah.
cabin was amazing.
The cabin was incredible, man.
It was built by I think Mike's great
Great
grandfather or grandfather.
Yep.
The logging rolls were all made with a Model T or Model something from back in the day. The cabin's 100 years old anyway. Super cool to stay in there.
It was good.
The people we met, they were super nice.
The Galborns?
Yes, their whole family was super. They stayed downstairs. We stayed upstairs. Super nice. Great beer.
Is his name Ian?
Yes.
Oh, because he's watching.
There's
There was
three.
And he
Ian,
was-
3 Ians,
Three
2
Ians.
Marks, a Mar, and
Chili
I'm
dogs.
okay.
What'd you guys think of the chili
I thought
dogs?
the chili dogs were dynamite.
Venison chili, and we brought hot dogs.
Yeah,
Amazing.
match made in heaven.
Let's talk about another thing before we get to the highs and lows and drive home. What do you think of charcoal?
I
This is my first experience with charcoal. I never used
I
charcoal.
like
but-
charcoal if you have like fluid.
You didn't bring fluid.
We didn't bring fluid.
So we made a fire.
We made a fire and then put charcoal on it in the barbecue.
Hey,
And it worked. It worked.
It worked.
We barbecued our
It took
dog.
like an hour, but
It did.
I remember my dad had this like I don't know, it was like a round metal thing.
Yep.
And then you'd put it in the coals and you'd turn like it plugged in, and then that would get really hot, and then that would light up the.
I'm going to ask a really stupid question here, and anybody who's ever used a charcoal barbecue is going to laugh. How do you turn it off? You just burn her out?
You don't. Like 5 hours later, you go cook marshmallows on it.
No way.
Oh, absolutely.
Some bitch, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about on the way home. We had an interesting conversation. We always have really good conversations on the truck, driving
Always.
places. Amazing. We should do podcasts from the truck. There's nothing like the emotional highs and lows of fishing and hunting. Do you agree?
It's a rush.
But it can also be the most depressing thing in the
It
world.
could be your best day or your worst day. Yeah,
I just know the drive up we're like on a high, just pumped, right? And then the drive home, it's like totally defeated, beat down.
Yeah, like you
in a
just
24-hour period.
I think that's true with a lot of things in life, not just hunting and fishing.
But
we do this to ourselves
We get these
every weekend.
expectations, and then
Every weekend you do
It's
this
like going to the
yourself,
bar on the weekend.
no, it's not.
no,
it's not.
Nothing like it.
No, because what's the worst that can happen at the bar? Once a year, you get the shit beat out of you for being mouthy. Some drunk chick turns you down. You ask 7 more, and one says yes.
Or you're too hungover the next day to even care.
No big deal. The emotional roller coaster of tournament fishing, let alone hunting.
Mhm.
Hunting, I feel is like my expectations aren't that high. I'll be honest. If I see a bear, I'm in the box. Right? I see an animal, I'm feeling great about this. Fishing, no. Fishing gets to me. There's nothing worse than having an unbelievable pre-fish and coming home in 64th place.
Yeah, like Saturday for me was a high. It was my first my first club tournament of the year.
Yep.
Right, and then right from there, straight up to jump in the bear stand. So it was a pretty cool day.
It was an awesome day. We musky fished in the morning. We'll talk about that in a second. And then, but I kind of feel like when fishing's going real good, it's amazing. And when it's real tough, it's real hard on the soul. You're invested into fishing.
The weekend we won Skoogog, we fished Seymour the day before, and we took an absolute shit kicking.
Worst. And we had an awesome pre-fish.
Awesome pre-fish.
Amazing. All
Total
over
shit
fish.
kicking on Seymour. Totally defeated on the drive home. Next day, not feeling too great about Skoogog, and then win it. So you went from the ultimate high to low, then the ultimate high again.
See?
In one weekend.
In one weekend. It's like being bipolar.
It's our drug.
Oh, it's free, and I think that's what the addicting part of it is.
Yeah. It's our drug.
Like, and you know, the days that fishing goes well. Remember the day that you and I went fishing and we caught that huge sack of fish in like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Like, just everywhere we went, got a giant, and then we were home. I had 20 pounds in lead. Took pictures, let them go. And we weren't there. At 9 a.m. we left. Like, it got windy.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, each spot I stopped at, we set hog on a 4 or 5 pounder.
Wow.
And then on Rice Lake. And then as soon as we got there, I was like, that's how tournaments are won. No pre-fish, you just go and it happens. Like, it just happens. If you're meant to win a tournament, it's going to happen. Like you said on Skoogog that time, like, that was just meant to be.
Yeah.
There's no pre-fishing into that. We just happened to, go across the shoreline, there's 9 giant smallies in a foot of water.
Perfect.
Back them off. Let's do this. But when fishing sucks, and I think momentum has a lot to do in fishing, and I think you see this a lot in the Elite Series, that, you can have a whole totally shit tournament year. And then the next year seems like you can't do anything wrong.
When you get that big bag first thing in the morning, is it like the longest tournament day ever?
It's never happened.
No?
We talked about this
You've
the other
never
day.
had?
The only time that we ever whale fished real good was a top bass event on Rice Lake. And as soon as we got there, put the lines down, and we caught fish all day. We've never caught a big fish till at least 10 a.m.
Really, eh?
Never. No, not true. Like Skoogog, that one time we rolled up and caught that giant off that dock.
Yeah.
Think of another one that we caught?
No, not really.
I would think that out of all the top 10s we had, like the last year that we ran top bass, we had like 6 top. We finished like in 8th place 5 times that year.
Yeah.
I'll bet you every fish we caught that season came between 10 and 2 o'clock.
Do you feel jinxed if you catch a big, big fish right away? First fish?
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
No.
I'm telling you, never.
It's always a grind.
What about you, Andrew?
First cast fish are killers.
Yeah.
Stony combo one year, dinged a 4. Second day we were in 3rd place. and then we got 4 fish and went to 13. Like, because we got a 4 at.
You think that's why?
It is. Yeah, that's totally
So
it. It's not because we suck.
So your answer to my question is yes.
Yes, it's,
Yeah. First fish or big fish?
I always thought that guys who won tournaments, they had their whole limit 8 o'clock in the morning, and they're just sitting pretty all day. I'm like, I just don't think that happens.
No.
No, never. I'll bet you that we, other than a couple events, we've caught every fish we ever caught in a tournament behind somebody. It's not like we have secret spots.
No.
We usually get them at 1 o'clock. Somebody will hook a big fish, right? I bet you we.
One day on Rice, we didn't have a fish. It was 11 o'clock, and we think we had 17 change.
Yep.
By the end of the day, we scratched together.
Mike
For
and
sure.
I fished.
All within 2 hours.
Mike and I fished Seymour. We had 2 tiny little smallmouth at noon. By I think it was 12:25, we had 17 pounds. Just this one shoreline. It was just bonk, 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 bonk.
And that's how it's
It was
done.
incredible.
And I would tell if I get up in the morning and my routine's broken or my coffee's bad, I think that's a way bigger player on the day than anything.
I can contest to that.
I've got to tournaments and been like, fuck my life, I don't want to be here and weigh in 18 pounds. Except on Balsam Lake. Screw Balsam Lake. I hate Balsam Lake with a passion. We always see giant stern pre-fish, giants on docks, go to tournaments, weigh in pound and a half.
I got this pain right behind my eye just thinking about Balsam.
I'm not a big fan. I almost died on Balsam a few years ago.
What else? Skugog though. We never pre-fished Skugog.
No?
Nope.
I like Skugog. It's probably one of my
I think
favorites.
1 or 2 tournaments we ever fished on Skugog, we didn't place the top 10.
I like Skugog.
Love that lake.
Let's speak about Lake Skugog and midday fish. We pull up to this really shitty stretch of docks, and the last docks, there's grass that comes out. I pick up a frog, middle of the day, we got nothing, right? Throw it out there, 5.5 pounder on a frog. I do the Ishman roll. Got it in my hand, right? I'm giving it, give me some of this. You want some of this? I throw it in the live well. I give him a high five, and we just start ripping it up. Water we never fished before. You know what? In Lake Skugog, we got 3 spots.
Really?
Yep.
I like Skugog.
As soon as those 3 spots are up, we leave. We just start fishing whatever. Okay, let's go. You want to go over there? Let it look good? Let's
I
go
like
there.
to fish the places people are too lazy to fish.
Yeah.
They'll be like, okay, there's a
You
road
like the
up.
Port Perry side or the Caesarea side better?
All of it.
Oh, man.
Yeah?
I'm not telling you guys nothing.
You'll look and it'll be like a stretch of docks and then this really shitty reedy or something, right? And
That's
they're
where we got it.
guaranteed they fished all those docks and
Yeah,
they
stopped.
left and then they went around and they fished the next set of docks. We'll go fish the shit in the middle.
I know where you're talking.
Yeah.
And listen, with that, the Lake Skugog, this is, okay, it's not the same term when we got the 2 fish on, it wasn't the same one, was it? Pretty catch when we got the 2 fish on 1 rod?
I don't know if that was the same day.
I don't think it was.
2
So
fish,
anyway,
1
listen
rod.
to this, listen to this. We pull up to the lily pad bed and there's a sand flat beside the lily pad bed. You may know where this is. People have been fishing there all day. All day long, we watch people. So finally we roll by, fished everywhere else on the planet. Maybe we got 12 pounds, 13 pounds. That's probably
Plus we blew
oh yeah.
you blew a 4 in the
Oh,
morning.
listen. We'll talk about blowing fish.
Worst morning ever.
Yeah, it was horrible, right?
We could have won the tournament, no joke.
No joke. We would huge fish. So we pull up to this lily pads. I get my frog out. He's got his flipping jig, probably right. But he uses this really soft flipping rod. Right, I'm talking I use a soft flipping rod, and he uses basically a steelhead rod. Right. So I throw the frog, reeling it in. Fish blows up. I tell Marley, throw the bait. Marley throws the black jig, hits the water, sets hook, brings it in high 3-4 pound largemouth. Pops the hook, puts the rod beside me. Right, we're doing the oh my god up Ike and Elliot break dance. I look to the corner of my eye on the sand side, and we see a swirl. I pick his rod up, I throw it in there. It gets an inch under the surface. Boom. I set hook. I get about here where my rod usually stops, and I'm still going way the hell back here because his has got a bend on it. Right? Fish jumps, 4.5 pound smallie. 2 casts, 1 rod, 2 fish. 2 guys.
Wow.
So
Sounds like an internet video. From a few years ago.
That's what I thought.
So what do? We got low form, probably a 4.5 pounder. Throw out 2 12-inch fish. Back in the ball game.
Nice.
All of that in like 30 seconds. Yeah. No nets, no nothing. Flip those buggers. His bass, by the time I landed the smallmouth, his bass is still laying on the floor of the boat.
Oh, yeah?
Like, hadn't even got to the well yet.
Lake of Bays. Last fall. Throw my spook out near this dock. Working it back. Second chug. Boom. Smallie.
No way.
So I bring it to the boat. There's a monster behind it too. So I said to my buddy, I said, throw in. He throws in, he nets my fish, he sets the hook, my fish still in the net his fish. We got like 7 pounds of smallmouth in that net
No way.
in 5 seconds.
That same day we lost those fish, I remember
My
now,
story's better.
we blew like 3 giants. 3 giants in that, the one section we always fish.
Yeah.
Before we even caught a fish. Like 3 5-pounders.
Wow.
Out of the same area that we caught the smallmouth to win that top bass event. 3 giants.
Well,
We would have had probably
All 3 of them swam straight at the boat.
straight at the boat. Set hook, right to us. We probably would have had 23 pounds that day. 22, 23 pounds of
And then
mixed
you
bag.
blew that giant on the frog at the very end.
Yep. So you want to talk about, here's luck. When Skoogak's going bad, and we always seem to pull it off from 1 o'clock to 3, no matter what. I watch this guy throw a flipping jig out, fish come up, hit it, set hook on the fish, fight it for a couple of minutes, come off the hook. Takes his jig, throws it back in, the fish turned around and bites it again and lost the fish for a second time.
that's a hungry fish.
I was so sick that day.
He was so bad.
So sick.
And that was a long time ago because I had the Evan root with the starter problem, and right after that, it just about killed the battery.
Oh no.
I had the fever. I was taking like time
Yeah.
out all day. I'm like sweating to death. It's like 30 degrees there.
So this fish, like, he didn't like hook it and get one head shake. Like, he probably fought it for 15 seconds to the boat, watched it spit the hook, he throws back out, and we like basically watch the fish go whoop, grab it again.
So
No
there
way.
you go. You did not sting that fish just by and losing it. Throw
No.
it back. No.
It was
You learned something-
unbelievable.
You learned something that day, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Big
You
time.
never give up.
Yeah.
I'll bet you.
I've done it with smallies before though.
Oh,
Smallies are
Set hook,
notorious
head
for it.
shake, and then you put it back down. Oh, there he is again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
off.
sure.
Oh, again. Here we go.
absolutely. Great times. But that's the highs and lows, right?
Mhm.
From anything learning from Skoogak is, you want to know the funny thing about that day that we caught those 2 fish? I just watched that Van Damme video, Cast Out, Swindle, talking about Van Damme. Cast out, right? Van Damme's reeling in, sets hook, 4-pounder jumps off. Reeling in, set hook, 5-pounder gets off. Turn around and looks at the camera and goes, at least we know where they are now. And ends up weighing in monster sack.
Wow.
And as soon as we lost all 3 fish, I said, don't even panic. We know what's going on here. We'll go. And we got it.
Did he actually?
I
say
think
that?
I
I
did.
can't see him saying that.
I did.
I can't see it.
I don't freak out as much as people probably think I do. I'm probably calm. Like
You're more common.
he
I
gets
more-
all.
Yeah.
He just doesn't talk.
No?
Like he just.
He's quiet?
He emotionally shuts off. When things are going real well, we like sing in the boat, right? Remember that summer we did that Black Eyed Peas song all summer long, right? And we would like sing back and forth, right? And we were hammering fish as long as we were happy, right? Somebody loses a fish. Here's the other thing: if somebody. It used to go when we first started catching fish that I never ever caught the first fish. Ever. He would always catch the first one, which would open the floodgates. So if it was like 9 o'clock and he hadn't caught a fish yet, I'd be like, some bitch, just hook one for I catch one fish. Right? And it was like a mental block. But, I think that's there's been a lot of times where it was, best friends of the whole world. Then we would didn't speak for 2 hours. And then somebody hooked a good one, and then we were friends again.
You get that momentum back, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Reno was the
Yeah.
worst I've ever been.
You were upset. Like, you could tell we didn't do any talking.
I was done. Day 2, all largely fishing. I was like, fuck this. I'm done. Rod down. I'm like, I'm just going to drink water and try to calm the hell down.
He was sitting down, right? And I was like, fuck this. I grabbed my flipping stick, and I started wailing. And then I was like, let's go. We got fish here, man. And then he jumped out, and you got the big fish of the day.
Yeah.
But I probably caught, you sat down, and I was like, what are we going to do here? I just grabbed my flipping stick, went to, the first place I had ever caught a largemouth, and started wailing them. Dock after dock after dock, and then I was like, get in the boat, let's go. We're going to go down here. We're fishing all the way down there. And we probably caught 50 fish that day.
I had the worst morning ever and then the greatest afternoon.
It was awesome. But I think
So there you go.
and here's where we go, finding fishing partners or tournament partners, you really need somebody who doesn't care about the other person's shit.
You
You know what I mean?
Oh, there's always shit talking on my boat.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't have somebody like if you got to be somebody you can't fish with somebody who you're going to get offended with. I've never left offended. I left pissed off, but I've never left like I'm never fishing with that guy again. Right? The day in the boat, I knew he just needed like a little udge, right? Like if I can get a couple here, he's gonna get up and he's gonna do his job. It's basically doing your job, right? We had a shitty day one and an amazing pre-fish. Should have known after we fucking whaled smallmouth for 3 days and every spot in the lake that this tournament wasn't gonna go well. Honest to God.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. Should have just like packed her in then. But I really think you need somebody who you can be like close enough with and you're like, stop being a bitch, let's do this. And then, you know, sometimes you just need that little punch of honesty, right?
Yeah.
You know? Or somebody who's going to like be like, all right, just have a breath. You know, you can hook these fish. We got this. Or, you know, but lots of times where I've been sick of it, Marley's like, no, let's run down here. And then we start catching fish. And it's all good again.
I got to say, when we're on the boat and we're not doing this next dock, it's the TSN turning point. You know, this is the TSN turning point right here. This is where it's going to happen.
So
I mean, next dock.
Yeah.
I mean, next dock.
And I think that if you're going to get if you're fishing with a partner who says something snippy to you or something offensive and you can't just get over it in that second, that you're probably not going to
Yeah, you picked the wrong partner.
No, you're probably not going to do this for very long, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we've made a ton of drive homes for turns where we didn't speak to each other. We didn't speak to each other when we got home. There was nothing.
Just the
It was only
very awkward when you guys got
What happens
home.
on the lake stays on the
well,
lake.
I think that when we were younger, it was a lot worse. I think in the last few years, it's been a lot easier. Since we've matured and had kids, it's not as emotional as it used to be.
I think it was better before.
Really?
I think I was easier on myself anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I'm easier on myself now. I'd tell you, if we did like we were on a roll. Remember one year, like we were really doing well. I can't think of where we shit the bed. I came home and drank 20 beers in my boat, my garage. Never left the boat. Never plugged it in, drank beers, and I walked in the house. I went to sleep, and I got up the next morning, and I was like, okay, we can do this. But I've been then just like the end of the. I've slept in that boat before. Slept in that boat. I've been so pissed off when I got home from a tournament. I called in sick for work on a Monday to get back. Man, like straight up, like didn't even unhook the boat. Like I'm going back tomorrow. But that's the highs and lows of this, for sure. Like just like the bear hunt, tournaments, fun, filming fishing. Man, like how many times you've done real well, you go to film fishing, you bring camera on a boat, it's like the end of the world.
Filming fishing is like the worst thing in the world.
What?
Filming fishing is like the worst thing in the world.
But I think now that it's like doing the vlog, like you don't have a choice. Like we're showing this. I think it's a lot easier. I think it doesn't bother me at all anymore.
That's what's so great about them. It's honesty.
And you know, yeah, for sure. And I kind of like, I think that it's just important to show the not catching fish. It is catching fish. And, you know, I think that I just don't care. We're going to fish and we're going to catch fish. And now, most of the time we get fish on film. It's not as big of a deal. Except when it comes to muskie. Let's talk about muskie fishing. Saturday before the bear hunt, we went muskie fishing. Marley and I have an annual tradition that every opener, since we've known each other, we've gone muskie fishing somewhere. Most years we get at least one. This year we didn't. We saw one little thing.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the best spot, though.
Okay.
Tonabe was only like the closest spot because of leaving for bear hunting. In the past, we got a pigeon. We had a double header one year on opener and pigeon.
Go to sturgeon, buddy.
I don't think we ever fished sturgeon, did we?
Oh, you got it.
Well, last year we went to Cameron and talked about the one fish thing.
Mhm.
Pull up at Cameron, right? And, you know, we looked at the lake and we're like, there's this great big point. I'm like, we should probably start there. It's probably smallmouth. Guarantee you there's muskie in them. We get there, when I make like 3 casts, and I'm giant hits, jumps, never saw another fish the rest of the day.
Oh, no.
Another time we did, there's a muskie video on YouTube that we filmed, and we went to Pigeon, got some muskie, went to Buckhorn. Is that the same year we went to Buckhorn, you caught that sick muskie? He caught a muskie one time on opener. No, we went to Clear Lake.
Yeah.
He catches this muskie that's probably 45 inches long. I bet you it didn't weigh 12 pounds.
Oh, geez.
Head on it like this. It could have been that big around.
A snake with a head.
Looked like it never eaten in
An
its
old
life.
Skoogog muskie.
Didn't even fight.
Didn't even fight.
Remember when all the muskie on Skoogog looked like that?
Yeah, we've seen
heads?
some giant muskie on scuba.
No, they've really come up in the last
Yeah, they
probably
used to
10,
be-
15 years. They used to be really skinny with a big head.
So basically, we don't know very much about muskie fishing. I own 4 muskie lures, and we go out there and we cast them to our arms hurt, and then we come home.
So 6 casts.
No, no, this year was a short day. Usually we go from like 5 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night.
Dude, there's these guys
I don't know how people.
chucking muskie baits on sturgeon on Saturday. And I swear to God, the splash that these baits made more than if I cannonballed.
I will be honest.
Explosion!
I will be honest that most years I start off with a bait the size of my arm, and by 9 o'clock I'm throwing a Kevin Van Dam white spinner bait. And the biggest muskie we've ever caught are on Kevin Van Dam white spinner baits.
Yeah, there you go.
The biggest muskie we ever seen was on Balsam Lake, and it followed one of those great big baits and wouldn't finish on it. Huge. Bet you it was 40 pounds.
Yeah, it was massive.
Wow.
Huge. Followed right to the boat, and then as it got to the boat, we've never figured 8-1 successfully. You know what? Why we don't? Because we're so goddamn excited when we see them. There's no figure 80. It's like, oh my god! So this big muskie, he comes and he follows Marley's bait for a mile, and he's using like double cowbell, treble hooks the size of my hand, and it follows right behind. I'm telling you, it was well over 50 inches. Had to be 40. Back on it like this. Comes to the boat. It's in about 3 feet of water. It looks at us, and it just sinks to the bottom and stayed there for the next 4 hours. Never
Right.
moved. We came back 100 times trying to get it. Then we went over there to...
I remember throwing that bait. I'm like, nothing's ever going to eat this. It's too big.
Very
And then you
calm.
see him, and you're like, holy crap, that thing would have no problem eating
I
this.
think you get way more chases on big baits, but if you use something a little smaller, they'll finish on it better. My opinion, I know nothing about muskie. Don't hold me to this, muskie. Guys, don't send me hate mail. Throw big baits, catch big fish. Guys, let's talk about fishing equipment. You guys are a big part of the Fearfishing pit crew.
This is a Fearfishing pit crew, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we're missing Andrew's dad, Bob. Bob comes out. If there's big problems, Bob can fix it.
Yeah, big problems are Bob problems.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
If I like,
It's good to have a Bob.
if I've messed my electrical up to the point that Andrew has no idea what's going on, Bob will figure it out.
Nice.
Like your trim switch last year.
Yes,
That was ridiculous.
that was very. Yeah, that was really the trailer this spring before Texas.
Yeah.
That was weird too. With no lights. Telling my truck some signal, and I was like, I'm just going to Mercer's.
Ground?
They fixed it. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It grounded through the swing tongue.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
So who would have thought?
Smart way to ground.
Who would have thought? So, over the years, and you're running 96 Ranger,
95.
95 Ranger,
Vintage.
vintage.
Hey, buddy, 86.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful boat. You've done a
Yeah.
ton of improvements to it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what can you fix on your boat, and what do you gotta take to the shop?
With, like, you gotta be specific.
Anything.
Anything?
Let's say how can
Like
guys
the average person?
average guy, what are some of the things he can fix, and what are some of the things you should not monkey around with unless you're a professional?
Gel coat, professional. Because it's a nightmare.
Okay.
And anything like severely mechanical for sure.
Yep. What about electronics, Andrew? How hard is it? Like you hook up all my fish finders because I don't know how to do it. Is it something you can learn?
Oh yeah.
You think it's not that hard?
You can follow the instructions. If you can put IKEA furniture together, you can install fish finders.
Amber and I almost broke up once over IKEA desk.
I'm not surprised.
So
There was 2 IKEA desks and 2
desks.
filing cabinets.
3 desks.
Oh,
Remember
3
the
desks.
glass desk?
Yeah, that was our first one. That was our first date.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And then
12
our
beers
bed.
in, screaming at each other, got it all together and put the wrong screws in. Oh. You know when you like the last screws and you're like, shit, I put those ones in first? Nightmare.
No, never had that happen.
No, me neither. I followed the picture.
Now, in the world of bass boats, there's big money, $100,000 rigs, and then there's a more economic way you've done it.
Yeah.
How much money you figure you got in that boat?
I'm gonna say 10 grand.
It is a gem. Like, it's
it
beautiful.
Works. It works well.
And no, but for 95, it is in immaculate condition.
Yeah.
It even has a washroom.
It does. Yep.
You put a pisser in your
So basically, you paid $6,500.
bay well.
When you
I
bought it,
had
you got
to
it for
pee.
65.
75.
75.
Yeah, in 2007. 2008. So that's when everything kind of went for crap in the States.
Yep.
Got it out of the States. Now you can't find a good boat for under 10 grand. And most of them around 10 grand are junk.
Yep.
So,
So what kind of things have you done to your boat over the years? Seats?
I had the seats recovered.
Fish finders?
Fish finders. The seats are a funny story, actually. I had a guy redo them, and they turned out, they went in, they were teal, the same color as the boat, and silver. They came back bright blue and white. You've probably seen the mark. It looked terrible. So I found this great, like vinyl dye.
Yep.
And I actually spray painted them dark gray and silver.
No way.
And it looks good now.
Really?
Yeah.
And it held up.
It held up.
Crazy.
The silver isn't as good because it's that duplicolor crap you get a Canadian Tire, but
Yep.
the SEM stuff, it's amazing.
No way.
It's unreal.
So guys looking for boats, what should they be looking for?
You gotta make sure it floats. That's
Yeah.
the big thing.
Weigh it.
Yeah.
Try to see if you can weigh it.
Yeah.
Make
You
sure
gotta
it's
see.
not
You gotta
full
see
of
how much
water.
work you're actually capable of doing yourself.
Pardon?
Well, that's,
You gotta see how much work you're actually capable of doing yourself.
For sure.
that's the biggest thing. Like if it's,
I restored mine. I jumped in. I'd never done a boat before.
but you're mechanically
Yeah, you're-
inclined though.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
So
look,
that's-
I would start with the hull and I'd end up with.
If you're looking at the screw and you're like, I wonder if this will fit, if this is going to end up going through the hull or not, then you should probably put it down.
We just gotta leave that alone, eh?
Yeah.
We're not going there.
We can go there.
We can go there.
The,
Go
uh,
anywhere.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
The,
You went to school with them.
Did I really?
I think so. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Actually?
Serious.
no way.
Jesus.
So
I'm embarrassed for myself.
where would like, what are 3 warning signs that you guys would think about a boat and an engine people should just turn away from?
If you can stand on the engine and there's any flex there, walk away from that one.
Okay.
Because that's
Bad transom.
That's some transom
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Soft floors,
For sure.
maybe an indication.
Yeah. Anywhere there's water getting under glass is really, really bad.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, let's talk about boats. You sold your boat.
Yeah.
Now you're fishing out of a 14-foot tenor.
Yep.
You went from a Triton TR20
Yep.
to a 14-foot Lund.
Yep.
Low.
Low.
Sorry.
But she's perfect.
You like it? Do you
I-
feel like you're back to basics?
I like that there's. I kind of do. I like that it's easy going, right? I'm not really worried about it. There's no fish finder, there's nothing in it. I just go out fish. Right?
Yeah.
And like when you catch one, it's a little bit harder, so it means more, I think.
You think it's harder?
To catch one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no trolling motor is a pain in the ass.
Okay. But you right now you're going to put a deck and a trolling motor on it.
Yeah.
You
That's
think
the
at
main
then you're in the game?
Oh, for sure.
Think you think that like that's what exactly the rig I started out with. You know, do you think more young people should be jumping in that market?
Well, that's the easy market to get into for sure.
And
You put a deck on that
Throw a
thing
deck on it.
and a trolling motor, and you can do pretty much any. You really can do anything you do in a bass boat.
for
No
sure.
problem.
Yeah.
I'm just not making the big runs. I'm not going to do like Ontario, obviously.
But here, like I would tell you that I haven't driven my boat over 40 miles an hour this year, conserving gas large. But I haven't made a big run yet this year. I've been like really, the big boat's great because it's huge and it's nice to fish out of. It's a pain in the ass to try to put gas in. It's becoming increasingly expensive to do the vlog just because it's boat season. You got to put gas in it. So I've been told it's cheaper for me to drive my F-150 to the other side of Rice Lake than to drive my boat across.
Oh, absolutely.
for
Right? So I'm it's not a whole lot different than what you're doing because I'm not making the big run. I got to drive and I'm just going to fish that area. It's not like, I'm dropping in at Butley and I'm running down to Hastings and then all of a sudden, like, I'm running back. I do think that it's really made me, this year especially, being flat broke because of owning fear fishing, it's really put me, like, when I'm in this area, I better catch some goddamn fish in this area because we're driving this back to the trailer. We're not driving to the other end of the lake. Like, we got to figure this out. I think it's helped me catch a lot. I caught a lot of fish on the vlog this year. I don't think I've had very many zeros,
That's good, man.
right? I caught a ton of different species of fish.
Just when you're with Marley.
He's bad luck.
Sorry, buddy.
Silver lining to having the small boat though. Nobody's up your ass when you're out there fishing.
Well, that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That is true. There is that.
Nobody even comes near you.
There is a lot
Beautiful
of.
thing.
There is a lot of guys out there fishing the bass boat pattern.
drive you
That thing's a curse, man.
It is.
Like honestly,
It is bad
I
sometimes.
weed line on rice and put my boat on that thing, and it was ruthless with people.
I would tell you that it's so bad, and maybe it's because I have a raft, and they may think that I know more about fishing, because it's not true. But we have lots of video where guys blatantly pull in on me,
Oh, yeah.
like not tournament guys, just straight up like guy in a tenor, like just.
I think it happens to anybody that's out there fishing, really.
It's
Not a bass
real.
boat is bad, but a rat boat is even worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have like video of guys stopping beside my boat, looking at us, and then like pulling right in, like flipping trees, like nowhere to go, like and just me being dumped on. Remember the what a fucking hero story? Here's a good one. So shit, I always get myself in trouble. So do you want to tell the story? Or you want me to?
Yeah, bro.
So we're on a. Who are you with? Can you remember? I can't remember you. I can't
Tim.
remember who I was. Who's I with?
Was with Tim. You're with Jackson.
Jackson. So my Stratus is here. Marley's here. We're fishing like a weed edge together opening day of walleye in like a fun tournament. And the guy pulls in between us,
No, no way.
right? In like a bayliner,
Bow riders.
bow rider kind of thing, right? And I'm at this point I'm a little mad, right? Like it was a little too close. Like we were close enough to have a conversation. Like we weren't just like we weren't fishing. We were fishing together, talking, right? Pulls in, and I'm mad. So I pull up around the front of him, and as soon as I get to the front of the boat, I just hammer down the 225.
I got a little shower.
Nope. I just
You gotta wait.
I moved the wake, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I took down the leg, and the guy, as soon as the noise clears, looks at Marley and goes, "What a fucking hero." Yeah. But yeah, but I'm talking like they pulled a bayliner in between me and you guys, like right in there. I was pretty upset about that one. I wouldn't have minded if he went on either side of us. The fact they went like had to squeeze right in there in the middle pissed me off. It's not real. Now I know what it feels like going to cottage dock.
Yeah.
Bastards back again.
See
So I can't
any,
wait for
see
fishing docks.
anything humorous at the boat launch yet?
Actually, been pretty quiet. I haven't seen that very many
No?
people. No.
It's always good entertainment.
Because the water's high this year, so it's
Yeah,
much.
most of them are.
It's a lot.
I really like to talk to people at the boat launch. I think that's where like a
Yeah.
lot of people have come up to me this year, you know, and talk about fishing. And I'm surprised how many people come up to me at the boat launch and I've watched the blog. It's always a weird moment. I wish people would come up and the first thing they say is, "Hey, how's it going, Ian?" If people would just say Ian, so I think it's really weird. I've never had people come up to me as often as they do now to talk about fishing. I think it's really weird when people come up and you're not sure if they've watched the vlog before or if they have. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that
Well,
awkward.
if they know who you are, they must.
But no, but when they don't say your name, if you come up to me and you see me anywhere, just say hi, Ian, and then I've assumed you at least know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. It's when they come up to you and you're like, do you know who I am, or do you not know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
Like, do you know that? But you're kind of,
Wow.
it's like what's
Yeah,
this?
he went there.
I know, but it's kind of like sometimes it's like weird and confusing, right? Because then you're like listening for hints. Like, are you talking about the podcast or the webcast, or are you just talking like in like a little? Because a lot of times people come and I don't know who people are, right?
Yeah.
Not being me, I don't remember everybody who messaged me on Facebook or whatever. So it just becomes that there's like that awkward couple minutes after hello, where you're like, do you know, like, do you like, are we talking about what are we talking about here? And they're kind of like dancing around, and
Do
I'm
you want me
like,
to sign your chest
Right.
or not?
right? And then you know, and then 20 minutes into the conversation, they're like, "Oh, do you not remember when I messaged you last April?" And you know, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, I know. This makes more sense now. Okay, hi." It's just
That's
that's
about the 115 the other day.
that's
I
weird.
found out.
I thought the one time this guy totally knew who I was, comes over like he really wanted to talk to me. 20 minutes, and then he was like, "What's this fearfishing thing?" And I was like, "Really? Like, really? You like we had this whole conversation. You didn't know what fearfishing was?" I was like, "Man, you had me fooled." And he was laughing, and then he walked away.
I was driving up the 115 the other day, last weekend.
Okay.
And pulling the boat, and then I see a van, an SUV or a van or something beside me, and they're pointing and laughing and waving and stuff like this. I'm thinking, is my tires on fire, or did they see the sticker on the back of the truck? I was like,
I
it
get
kind of freaked me out.
That's
a
when you
little
just
bit.
give them the finger.
Yeah.
I get a lot. I've got at least 5 to messages on Facebook before of people who were like, I saw you burning up Highway 28 on the weekend. And then they send a picture of your truck to me. And I'm like, no, not me.
I was going 80.
Yeah. Where are we going here? Oh, Mark, you fished Canada, U.S.
I did. It was terrible.
Really?
I don't know if that lake's seen a lot of pressure or, there's not as many fish on it, but it seems every year that we do this tournament, and this was our fifth, fifth year, where it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
Tough, eh?
Yeah. We caught two slot fish on Saturday and only one on Sunday.
No way.
I think like 30 or 40 teams zeroed for the whole weekend.
It was a tough go, eh?
Yeah.
What is that event? I've never fished that event. Marcy, you fished it?
Never fished it.
What's it like?
You know what? I look forward to it a lot. It's really well run. They make a show out of it.
Yep.
The people are fantastic volunteers. They got people at the launch volunteering to push your boat off, and it's like, it's good. I got a ride from my truck
I
to
saw
the. You should have seen this. There's like 2 old car seats on a trailer, pulled by a UTV. It was pretty cool. And no, it was a good tournament. It was a good tournament. Seen a lot of people that you haven't seen since the show and stuff like that. Thought there were a lot of noses in the air, but
That's just fishing.
yeah. It was kind of.
I think that I think there's big egos in fishing.
Yeah,
like
there is.
gigantic egos.
Yeah.
I totally think that there's a lot of shit on people in the fishing industry.
Absolutely.
I think that this is pretty bad industry. Is it like that? We should know. Do you coach skiing? You work at the ski resort?
Yeah.
Big into skiing?
Yeah.
Do people fish shit on each other in skiing like they do fishing?
Oh yeah. It's
Really?
worse. Because you get private clubs, right? Like up north in Collingwood, there's actually private clubs, and
They like badmouth the.
oh yeah, they badmouth the smaller ones. Like they won't come to Brimacombe to race.
Really?
Like they have more vertical. They have
Gotcha.
better terrain and everything, but I don't know. It's-
So maybe it's all a sport.
I think
Yeah,
it
maybe.
is all sport. Really.
So how popular is skiing at that level?
fairly, I would say more popular than fishing.
Really?
Really, eh?
Like tournament fishing?
Well,
I would think that skiing's more popular than. You think that more people ski in Canada than fish?
yes.
No.
Whoa!
Oh, for sure. If you in Canada,
Canada.
for sure.
Mark, Canada.
No.
Yeah.
I think so.
In our area?
Yeah,
You'd be
Canada.
surprised our area.
I'd
You
say-
think there's more people out skiing on a weekend than ice fishing? Yes.
Yes.
All
Like
the
you-
ski clubs. Think, Mark. Think all the ski clubs. Think Whistler.
Yeah.
Like out west, Rocky Mountains.
Like even
Quebec.
our race program
Okay.
has 200 athletes in it. Just about 200 athletes.
In your race
In
program,
our race program at
listen.
Brimacombe.
In
I
all,
think
whoa.
there is more anglers than there are skiers, personally.
Oh, we
And I'm
need
sure
to-
there's a certain amount of overlap.
this is the question of the night in the comments, people. What do you think?
Yeah.
More people ski or more people fish in Canada?
It's a-
I think more people ski. We're going to find out the statistics.
There's more outdoor stores for fishing than there is
No,
for
there's not.
skiing.
There's
Sure
more. There's more
Sure
sports shacks in Canada than there is fishing stores. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah, but that's whole sports.
But that's where they sell
That's not a
skis.
specialized. I'm talking
There's
tackle shot
Whoa.
to ski shot
How?
ratio.
Okay, let's get right into this
Yeah.
now. How
Tackle
many?
shot,
Whoa!
ski.
Whoa! How many tackle shops don't sell hunting and camping gear? Because if they do, then Sports Tech counts. National Sports counts. What else you got? Ski shop.
No.
oh,
Yeah, come on.
No,
No.
that's
No.
like no,
That's like what?
no.
So
Specialty shops.
what? Whoa! Sports Tech is a specialty shop.
No, it's not.
It's
well,
not.
even if you take Sport Check out of it, and if you include snowboards,
Okay, let's talk about.
there's more ski snowboard shops in Durham region than there is fishing stores.
What?
How many are there? You can't
Fishing
count.
stores?
You can't count sale now, right? Because they sell
Because it's
more.
camping.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
their number one thing is shoes. Did you know that?
I'm not surprised.
Durham region, we have East Hill Outdoors, Gagnon Sports.
East Hills Clarendon.
Still,
Still kind of Durham.
What else? What else we got here? We'll throw BJ Tackle in there. Is there a store in Stuttgart?
Yeah, there's a small tackle store in Scugog.
Four.
Yeah.
Causeway, live bait.
You got Causeway Live Bait. You got
Oh, what's that other one in?
Trombley. Not Trombley. It was,
Maybe 6. We got more than 6 ski shops?
Yeah, because you got our shop at the hill.
Yep.
There's a shop at the end of the road.
Yep.
Another one on Taunton Road.
Yep.
Scotties. If you were to go this side, Scarborough Way, there's Station Ski and Ride. So there's 5.
Okay, so you would have Pro J's to that. It's about the same.
6 to 5, we win
Yeah,
by my math.
fair enough.
I think way more people ski. How many people ski at Bremerton?
Oh, I forgot about the store at Dagmar and Lake Ridge.
There you go.
Okay,
how many people- how many-
Gift shops, but
How many people would ski on the weekend at Bremerton?
It's hard to say. Like lift ticket wise, just people coming in, I'm gonna say you'd probably get between 500 and 1,000.
Okay, so how many ski hills do you think are in Ontario?
Oh God,
Jeez.
1,000?
no, heavens no.
500?
No, go easy.
200?
20 or 30.
20 or 30,000 people on a Saturday skiing, give or take.
Yeah,
You think we got that many people ice fishing on a Saturday?
probably not.
What does that mean? Whoa. Whoa. How many people would you get night skiing on a Wednesday?
Well,
You
if you include schools, you're gonna have like 300 kids, plus another 150. So
No way there's that
450.
many. I don't know.
20,000 people
It's
ice
probably-
fishing on a Saturday?
No. Well, you ever seen Stu God and your
in all-
Gretzky's on a Saturday?
In all of Ontario?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like that isn't that much, but we'd be greatly surprised of like how many people aren't fishing on a Saturday. Like even when you go up north, there might be 1 or 2, 3, 4 guys. Maybe.
And let's face it, if you have a Saturday, how long's your season? Realistically, 2 months?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
2
So
months.
we're gonna call that 2 months by my. Okay.
February's a short
So
month.
you have
Well, but February.
2 months of the year to
Yeah.
do this sport.
Yeah.
You're gonna get 500 people at the hill on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Now let's say you have how many lakes? All year round we have opportunities.
How many people?
More angles.
How many people do you actually think fish on a Saturday in Canada?
Those numbers are
August?
diluted because it's only 8 weeks of the year.
Okay, whoa.
If you could say you could only
Whoa.
fish for 8 weeks of the year, how many people do you think are going to be on the lake on a Saturday?
I don't know.
More than 500.
Bass season's pretty early. Short, I mean. Okay, let's see. How many people do you think are fishing? 900,000 fishing licenses. I think that somewhere like that in Ontario were sold in 2010.
90,000.
900.
900,000. Do you think there's 900,000 people skiing?
No. Oh no.
No?
Not in Ontario. No way.
No.
No. Okay, there's another one for me.
Now, okay, so you win this. Now, do you think there's more people involved in skiing competitions than there is bass fishing tournaments?
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I will
think
agree
so.
with that.
I would think so. That is a bigger sport.
Because it's an all ages sport.
And
Yeah.
the fact that at the end of the day,
And the financial investment
that's
is
right. And Canadian racing, like ski racing, will get some big TV play.
In Canada, yeah.
In Canada.
Like regional stuff, like Ontario.
No, but
Not
like
big play.
if you like at the
At what level do you have to be TV? Like,
Basically on the national team. So your
The-
parents have invested. a ton of
the
money.
national team Ontario doesn't get any TV
No.
play. No, so they're big. I don't know.
It's hard. Like, it's how do you compare? Like,
You can't.
apples to
We're
oranges.
just having
really.
fun here.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Skiing's an Olympic sport too. Fishing isn't.
You think it should?
Fishing, no, I don't know.
No.
I don't look at fishermen and be like, man, this is an athletic bunch of people
No.
Have you ever looked at a baseball player, buddy?
here.
Or a golfer?
Nobody's on the roids and fishing.
Anything else? We got anything else people we want to? Let's talk about carp fishing quick. We went carp fishing. Took the kids. It's pretty exciting. The kids really like it, eh?
It is fun, yeah.
The kids get really excited to catch carp.
Carp fishing is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
I think it is the absolute cheapest and best way for like a parent to take their kid and get them into a giant fish.
Yes.
They're huge, simple
It's
to catch.
something they already have in their cupboard.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
any rod and reel will do. You don't need anything fancy. I almost lost my flipping stick. Like if it wasn't for my tree stand catching my reel, I lost a flipping stick. It's a great time, and like Blair and Ashton were thrilled when they got thrilled when they got them in, eh?
Yeah,
Did you bring the slingshot?
No.
No?
Actually, because the water's so high, I couldn't even throw half the river with corn, so I was running across the bridge and I would bait. And then I would run back. But here's well, it was actually a lot of fun. We went 3 days in a row. I went 3 days just because the kids were so pumped. I was like, if they're gonna go and they're asking to go, then we're gonna keep going. But I think they should be spawning now. When the spawn's done, they'll put the feed bag on. It is a great time. Like even take your kids after work, throw a couple of handfuls of corn out there. You know, just to weight the hook, feed the corn on your hook, and you will catch it.
Yep.
And then there's millions
Use
of
a float?
No.
No?
Just like a Carolina rig, basically.
Yeah.
And then you can catch them anywhere. You can catch them anywhere. Every lake's got them in Canada. And like, I don't think there's very many places you couldn't catch them.
Carolina carp.
They fight too. I think that a carp fights better than a Chinook in the river, especially in this high water. And they put up a good
They're
fight.
trains, man. There's
Awesome.
no denying it.
Super cool.
You're getting a fight. You hook into one, you're getting a fight.
Do you guys want to touch on the last one there before we wrap this up?
Sure, why not?
We'll do that and then we'll do final thoughts.
Sure.
You can bring
I
it
have
up.
a couple
Well,
people.
fire it out there.
Okay.
Ian Goulburn, I think that's the guy that
Yep.
you went. Okay.
Yep.
He wants to know your thoughts on bow fishing carp, and well, I'll let you finish that one.
You talked about that.
We talked about that on the way home, didn't we? Well, fishing carp. I think it'd probably be fun. I think that anybody who's
We were going through Hastings, remember?
and they were shooting them right off the bridge in Hastings. And I can't shoot my bow in Port Hope. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, on to another town bylaws. You know what? I don't think I would go just because I got nothing. I'm not going to eat the carp. I'm not really into just
I
waiting.
ran into a guy.
Yeah?
I ran into a guy the night that Joan and I went to Bobby C's and we saw that rainbow and everything. We went
Double
over.
rainbow?
Yeah, we went over near Coop's place there, and there was a guy up on the bridge, and he was shooting with a bow. So of course I parked my truck and went and talked to the guy. He fired at one, but he missed it. He said he had hit 5 or 6 earlier. And I said, "Well, what do you do with them, buddy?" He says, "I take it home and I put it in my garden."
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So that's like
He uses it for
I
fertilizer.
don't think you're allowed to do that though.
That's
Really?
what he was doing for it.
I don't know.
It's kind of wasting, right? It's wasting meat.
I wouldn't.
What's the difference between putting it in your garden and throwing it in the ditch? Really?
We kept 3 walleye and 2 pike this year, and I'm all cleaned out of fish. I just I don't want to kill anything I'm not gonna eat.
No.
Right? I kind of want to catch a carp on the rod, but you know, like if you're a guy out there who likes shooting carp, and you do something useful with them, go right ahead. I think there's a couple billions of them. I don't think you're gonna knock them off their nests, and that's like imagine bluegill. The bluegill would only get on a carp egg. I got a few on a carp eggs the size of a quarter.
They just lay like
Very well
birds.
be.
Can you imagine that? They if they left the bass eggs alone, they only ate carp eggs, and the world would be a better place. So it'd stop this whole dirty cycle of not bass fishing. So I don't know. I don't think I'm it's not something I want to do. I wouldn't go in my bass boat and nuke a bunch of carp, but I also wouldn't go in my bass boat and catch a bunch of carp. So I like carp fishing from shore with my flipping stick. Next, you got any more? Fire away.
Mark Medeiros wants to know. Oh, hold on. Jeez. Bow hunt for turkey this October. I know you only need the hunting version of the outdoors card, small game tag, and turkey license. My question is, how do I go about with the outdoors card since I have the fishing version that doesn't expire until December 31st? Do I have to wait until spring?
No,
No.
you do not. If you go do your hunting course, you just go to the M&R office. I did this last year. You'll get a hunting card, and on the back it'll say when your fishing license expires and when your hunting license expires. No big deal. Super easy. You want to step up there. Give that big
Do it.
final topic. No, you're right.
Oh, okay, which one? Big companies, funding. Usually, in any kind of, how do I put this? Any kind of industry or anything like that, these big companies that are making money off the people that are doing these things often give back.
Before we get too deep into this, remember if you're going to send hate mail, send it to Mark Hunter on Facebook.
Yeah, do it. I don't care.
Not favorite fishing.
I love it, man.
I'm totally kidding. Don't worry. It'll all be my fault.
I see a certain amount of lack of funding from big fishing companies. I'm not talking guys like Shimano and stuff. They've done a ton, probably more than anybody else. But there's a lot of other large companies out there. I don't know if they're doing it or not.
It's quite possible that
That they're under the radar. You would think if they were doing something that they would probably advertise it and use it to their advantage to sell more product. But I don't see a lot of big companies giving
What kind of
back.
things? What kind of things would you like to see them do?
Environmental stuff, cleanups.
But we're not talking about donating
research.
rods. Donating
no,
rods
no, I'm
or
not
any of
talking
that.
about
We're talking-
donating. No, I'm not talking about
Research.
that. I'm actually giving back to the resource, not
We would be talking about like environmental
yeah.
donations to
Conservation research, anything like that.
yeah,
I just don't see it.
donating money to research or to clubs for
Mhm.
research and stuff like
To
that.
protect the fisheries.
I do know that Shimano in the
Shimano's
past
done a ton.
has done a ton.
Yeah.
It's quite obvious. Ducks Unlimited, who's not a fishing company, but they do a ton of
They
fishing.
do?
They run the Red Wing tournament still, don't they?
No, I'm
In
not sure.
Peterborough? I think they do. Which is really odd. They buy
OFH does a ton, but that's not the people I'm talking. I'm talking about the people that are actually selling the tackle and the baits and the rods and the reels to do this. Why aren't they?
Okay,
Gonna push
here's
that.
a big thing.
Does that make sense?
It does. And now here's on the Steve Morinella Meteor podcast that I really enjoy. He had guests on who owned a company, and basically what you do if you own a hunting company, you can donate 1% of your profits to these people, and they will dish the money out for research to different organizations. And basically, by giving 1% of your profits, they will market your company as a 1%er. Do you know what I mean? Like they will market, and on your tag you'll get like a pin that says we donate 1% of our profits to hunting. It was only a hunting thing.
I think maybe the OFH maybe has something similar going with some companies, but I'm not sure.
I think that's a good idea. And when I heard it on Renella's, it looks really good because then when you're buying products, like let's say you go to the store, right, or you go to the website and you're like, oh well, here's all the companies that have donated 1%, and 1% is a big chunk of change.
I'm
for
sure it is. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it'd go a long way. And I don't know. I'd like to see more of that in the future, and it certainly could use it, right? Even if they gave 1%, like let's say, would I be going too far here if I said a company make a donation to like the Ministry of Natural Resources? You think that's ever been happened?
I doubt it because it's probably the funding's not going to go where it's going to go anyway. It's probably just going to
That's
go right
pretty
into the it's going to get buried with all the other.
So yeah. I don't know. I would like to, if anybody out there knows anything about this kind of thing in the fishing industry in Canada, let us know.
Yeah, shout out.
Or even in the United States.
Inform us.
Inform us. Let us know. I would like to see big companies, small companies, whoever do their part. We should probably, try to do something too with spearfishing. At least donate, like even though we're absolutely broke, maybe we could donate some time to do stuff.
Cleanups, anything.
I'm game.
Yeah, yeah.
Earth Day.
Earth Day? I think we should have Fish Day.
Let's
Fish
do
Day.
Fish Day.
Fish Day,
We should have fish day.
Yeah.
We really should.
for sure.
It's International Love the Fish Day.
Listen,
What day would that be?
We have Family Fishing Day.
It's a whole week now.
It is a whole week, yeah. Twice a
Who
year.
wants to do that stuff with their family though?
that is a good point there. I did my family fishing time last weekend on carpet. It's all bass now.
I'm told here tree huggers are too organized and scare big corps away from the controversy of hunting and
Yeah,
fishing.
I would agree on that. I would totally agree that that's what got Under Armour scared and pulled out of that spear and the bear. Remember?
No, the Eva Shock. Was it Eva Shock? No, who was it?
No,
No, who was it?
the Olympian.
Yeah,
Remember-
she was an Olympian and her boy, or was he? I can't remember.
Yeah, somebody, he speared the bear and then Under Armour.
Yeah,
Pulled both of their.
both of them. Yeah.
I totally think.
And I remember
Well, okay, now let's open this can of worms. Tree huggers definitely have the majority vote here. If you were a politician in 1976, right, and let's say Port Hope for, and you were going to go to the polls. Remember when they tried to ban shooting the stupid any firearm? Remember that when we just
Yeah.
did that, and it was like 50. Like you couldn't even shoot if you owned 10 acres.
No,
It was ridiculous. It was
Yeah.
stupid, beyond stupid, right? They tried to bring that $40 to fish a river, which is complete horseshit too. So, but if it was 1976, right, and let's say the town of Coburg, who doesn't like people fishing in their harbor, you would never ever get a mayor to press that issue because there would have been so many people who hunted and fished back then that would swing the vote. Because back in 1976, there probably wasn't that many openly tree hugging people.
No.
Friendly tree.
I didn't know what to
Tree hunting.
But in today's society, if I was going to run for mayor, I would, I'm not saying like me personally, if I was a person who was running for mayor, the other side now of city people and tree huggers and people who think that you should charge $1 million to fish our beautiful river and not shoot any guns or bows or hunt at all, that side could get you elected where our side now couldn't. We couldn't elect, hunters and fishermen couldn't elect a mayor in Toronto. Couldn't even
No.
there's not enough
I don't
hunters.
think so.
No, not at all. Belleville, Trenton, you might be able to elect a mayor in
I
that
think
region.
more rural places.
Ottawa area,
More
Big
rural.
Rideau, Rob Jackson country. I think that up there's probably enough hunters. Not here at all anymore. Andrew, you know about politics. Speak up here.
Not much.
Come on. Well, you live out there where that guy was shooting on the range. That was close to you, wasn't it?
Well, kind of. It was within 20 miles. So
It's close. It's country. Basically, your neighbor.
Country neighbors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go. Like, are you offended?
No, not at all.
Like, if you own a piece of property, you should be able to shoot your gun on it.
Oh, for sure. Like,
Or
as
your
long as
bow.
you're not hurting anybody.
Well, that's right. As long as you're being responsible, you got a backstop and you're not, like firing through the neighbor's yard. You got to,
Yeah.
you should be able to shoot your gun, sight your gun in.
There was
On
an
the range.
article on Facebook out of Colborne, I believe, saying the mayor there found an arrow on his lawn, and that made him want to ban the use of guns in the area because he found an arrow on his lawn.
I really don't think. I'm kind of with Rogan on this. That we there's not a gun problem. There's a stupid people with gun problem.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of like, I really see it as like if you drink and drive and kill somebody, you shouldn't like ban cars, right? If you're really stupid and you take a gun and you shoot somebody, you shouldn't be like, the gun made you do it. It's like saying the car made you drive into the other car.
It's like saying the fork made me fat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like,
That's right. I don't get it. I think, I think that it's a changing world.
Yeah,
and that we're losing ground real quick.
Political correctness has
Yeah.
ruined it.
It has.
There's no common sense anymore. It's rare.
Man, we have two upstairs. We have next to none.
Right.
Anyway, final thoughts. Final word, Mark?
Highs and lows of hunting are incredible. I feel awful about what happened this weekend, but I probably learned more this weekend from that experience than I would if I didn't hit that bear.
I think it's an emotional investment you have in loving something
Yeah.
that really keeps people coming back for more. It's the being hooked. It's like the crack.
Yeah.
It's like the crack.
It's the crack.
If I wasn't on the fish and the animals, I'd be on the crack.
That's right.
Mercer, thanks a lot for coming, taking the night out of your busy schedule.
very busy.
Were
Busy guy.
you doing big things tonight?
Swamped.
Final thoughts?
Boats. Buy as much boat as you can afford.
Yeah, buy once. I learned
But
that
don't-
mistake.
Don't
too.
break the bank.
I learned that mistake. I wish that the first boat I ever bought was the boat I had now.
Yeah.
Should have made payments on the big one right from the beginning rather than owning the other 6.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I wish I never sold my 14-foot with the casting deck control motor. Marty, final thoughts?
I'm not much of a hunter.
You're not much of a good lot charm, anyways.
You'll be fine. You'll see one.
Once you see
Listen,
him, buddy,
listen,
you're gonna
I've
go wow.
done so many things with him that he was never going to do again, and he'll come. One boring weekend. Hey, you want to go hunting? Yeah, sure.
I could have went fishing though and just crushed them.
You think.
Yeah,
You
There's
think.
a chance.
Listen, you could have won, you could have caught nothing.
or a cold.
Next time, that's all we need.
There's no
He-
bugs in the
Listen, he's going to be on this kick until he has one bad day of fishing, and I'll be like, hey, you want to go sit in the tree stand? He'll be like, oh, might as well. There's no fucking fish to catch. Amber, final thoughts? Thanks for producing the show tonight, honey.
It was tough.
We're missing Tundra. Tundra
We
should
are.
be back for the next one.
And doubles.
And doubles.
And doubles. We hit record tonight, so this will be going on SoundCloud and iTunes. We didn't hit record last time. Amber, final thoughts?
I had a really good time carp fishing.
Did you?
I did.
Would you go back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you not remember that domestic disturbance we had after?
What one?
About how you only thought we were going for an hour and a half, and then we stayed for 3 hours.
That wasn't
You
a
had something to do.
domestic disturbance.
Well,
That wasn't a
Look
full-on
how big Marty's
domestic.
flip-flop looks compared to his head.
Oh, that's weird. He does have a small, he doesn't look like it. He has a tiny, tiny head. Like, he could probably wear a youth snapback, like fullback. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. My final thoughts. I don't know. I love it all. I love doing this.
I just want to catch a bass when it's dead.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
In April.
Anybody who's got an opinion, don't be afraid to share it. Right or wrong, as long as it's what you think, say what you want to say. The other side's going to say it anyway. Be respectful to the other side, though. The world will grow as a better place, and if we can all find some middle ground. If you're on the left and he's on the right, and you can understand each other's sides and disagree, but in a respectful way, the world will be a better place. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was beautiful, eh?
Got gone.
Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's amazing. Share the blog with all your friends. If you're still watching, Fearfishing has a Father's Day sale, 30% off, save on the whole store wide. Just use the code Father's Day, one word, no capitals. Helps bring the webcast and the vlogs to you all at home. Share this on YouTube. Please go and subscribe to the Fearfishing YouTube channel. Like the page. Share it. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.